Hello and cheers, it's a Beers, and this is another commentary, guys. Another commentary to sort of, for the COD fans among you, to sort of shed a light on what is right now happening at UMG Philly. A lot of stuff happened actually in competitive gaming, and it's definitely it's an interesting tournament for what I've seen of it. Too bad it started streaming so late yesterday because obviously I need to get some sleep for my exam, so I couldn't actually follow it. But I saw the results today, and I just thought maybe I should just mention these for people that might be interested in competitive Call of Duty, but don't really know precisely how it works. I'm not an expert. I'm just gonna say it to you guys. I'm not an expert, but I think I might know a little bit more than the average person about competitive Call of Duty. Now, basically what you guys need to know is that there are basically two major brackets. You have the open bracket and a championship bracket. The championship bracket, you get in there as soon as you have enough pro points. Basically, you earn points by battling pro teams online. These pro matches are actually called scrims. So there's a lot of 2K tournaments in which basically when you win that tournament, you get 2,000 pro points. And basically, the higher your team scores in respective pro points, the higher the seed you get in the championship bracket. This means that if you are number 1 to 4 seed, you actually don't have to play another team from the championship bracket, but you have to play the people that actually get into the championship bracket from the open bracket. And that is a long process. I mean, and it's an easy position to be in. From the moment that you have enough pro points to be in those top 4 seeds, then basically the first matches you're going to play, it's very unlikely that you're going to lose it as a pro team. Normal circumstances, obviously, I'm saying. But so that's the top 4 seeds. All the seeds under that basically have to battle each other. So when that happens, when somebody wins, they stay in the championship winner bracket. Then the loser goes to the championship loser bracket. And then there, all the losers is a big word, sort of battle it out to basically end up with 2 teams in the end. And those teams, 2 teams in the end, in the loser bracket, have a chance of basically going to the semi-finals against the 2 winners from the championship bracket. So it is basically a process that you need to fathom. You need to sort of know what's going on. You need to know how teams are eliminated. And basically, I'm gonna probably only focus myself on the championship bracket and not on the open bracket because those teams are not as known. But I think one thing that I might say actually is the winners or the all the finalists of the opens sort of. So those teams are Denial Esports, Epiphany, which I don't know who that is, but Denial actually they played pretty well online. I believe they won a 2K tournament as well. So pretty sick. Fear Orbit, which is Orbit is a European team, so I definitely hope they can advance to that championship championship winner bracket. Sorry. Then we have Dare Express Fiction. There is a sniping team as well. Then E-Girl Slayers. I would love to see the girls actually do some damage, and I would love that. I would definitely love that. We see Vex Revenge, Curse New York, and Fearless Under Fire. And What's Their Name and Obey. And KG Adversity and Conquer COD as well. So basically these teams battle. I just named 8 teams. Those 8 teams who won at the open brackets are basically going to battle it out between each other because there's only 4 teams of the open bracket advancing to the championship bracket against those top 4 seeds we talked about. So that's a very difficult position to be in as a beginner because definitely if you're battling the number 1 at the moment, Complexity, if you consider that they have won 8 out of 9 or 7 out of 8, I'm not sure, tournaments, then that is, I mean, that's just competition you don't want to know. It's a crazy. But I think it's great if one of those teams could actually advance to a little bit further. So yes, that would be pretty cool. Now, what is happening in the championship bracket? Here you have the teams that are most talked about, are probably the most known. And I'm gonna sort of run over the results of yesterday. So as we speak, Fearless Under Fire and Curse New York are actually battling it out amongst each other, and it's looking good for, well, first half was very good for Curse New York, plus 24 points, and but now they're actually behind. So Fearless Under Fire has a great chance of beating Cursed New York. But anyways, you guys might not be interested in that. Top 4 seeds in this tournament were first seed was Complexity, second seed was Caliber because they actually went to the finals at MLG Columbus against Complexity, which was awesome. Third seed is Cursed Las Vegas. The curse I just talked about is Cursed New York. It's a little bit complicated, but bear with me here. And then Envious is the 4th seed. So these are the teams that are going to end up against whoever wins at the open brackets. The 4 winners of the open brackets are going to end up against the 4 seeds. Now what happened yesterday, there were basically 4 matches, 4 big matches next to all of the open matches. There was a match, maybe the most talked about match yesterday, and maybe the one that you might be most interested in, is definitely FaZe against Optic Gaming. Optic Gaming led 2-0 map count, and yet they lost 2-3 versus FaZe. FaZe is a very strong team since JCap actually moved over, which is awesome. He's a very good player, and I think he owned the spot yesterday. I didn't see it, but I watched it today, just a little bit, one match, but FaZe looked sharp, definitely. Then Strictly Business basically ravaged, juked 3-0. Justice 3-1 Fuse. Justice is, by the way, a team that I think advanced from the opener bracket all the way to the championship bracket last year. They slayed all of those legends, Vanquished, Envy, Optic Gaming. They definitely did a huge job there at MLG Columbus, and I'm definitely keen to see what they're going to do next, because Justice is going to round 2 in the championship winner bracket. And Elevate beat Batty. Don't know who that team is exactly. But yes, that is basically what is going on. Now the matches of today are, there's going to be a lot of scrims. There's going to be a lot of matches. They're going to go down. Complexity, the top seeds, as I said, are going to match up against all of the winners of the Opens. And I'm curious to see, because as I said, Optic Gaming just lost. I'm a fan of Optic Gaming. I'm not a green wall dude, because that's what the die-hard fans call themselves. I just generally like Optic Gaming, so I definitely hope they can do something more, that they can actually advance toward the semi-finals, come out of that loser bracket, and get into the semi-finals with winners. I hope that. They have, well, I think they have a pretty doable roster next, and I think, yes, basically, if they play it smart, then I think they might have a chance of being in the semis. I definitely hope so. Anyways, hope this made sense. Hope you guys sort of thought this was interesting, because this is a lot of rambling. I don't know if I covered it all, but I think I have. So anyways, if you want to see the actual stream, you have to go to mlg.tv, and there you will see the entire tournament, or you can see the entire tournament if you so wish. So thank you guys for watching. See you guys later. Bye. I love you, motherfuckers. Yo! Kisses!